Welcome back and thanks for staying with us. We're still continuing with front page review and now we're moving on to the Punch. Major headline. Petrol soars above 1,000 naira per litre as Tinubu okays 15% import tariffs. Federal government moves to protect Dangote local refineries from cheap imports. Fuel importers face tighter margins. As Bayelsa Deputy Governor sues Assembly over impeachment plot. Owando records a 164% surge in profit after tax. And over 30 states rely on federal allocations. COP, 4 others die in Lagos-Ibadan crash. Party registration, INEC disqualifies 6 political groups. EFCC and NFIU launch crackdown on alleged coup funders. And then US defends Soyinka's visa revocation. So what story are we starting with?
On the revocation,
yeah, please. We took it yesterday.
All right, so the United States Embassy in Lagos has stated that the visas granted by the country, that is the United States, to foreign nationals are based on privilege. It's a privilege, not a right. The U.S. consulate in Lagos made this clarification on Thursday when it was responding to inquiries from some journalists, and they said that they could not discuss the details of this particular visa for confidentiality reasons. He says, under U.S. law, visa records are generally confidential. We will not discuss the details of this individual visa case. He also mentioned that visas can be revoked at any time at the discretion of the United States government, noting that they're a privilege. Every country, including the United States, can determine who enters its borders. Visas may be revoked at any time at the discretion of the government whenever circumstances warrant.
However, you write this thing because what you said yesterday, exactly.
All in people where they expect them for US. Don't expect me. I don't have visa.
It's a privilege for visiting the US. I bet me will take what EFCC and NFIU they do. So the EFCC, the military probing the alleged attempted coup that they refused to confirm by the federal government, are working with the EFCC and the NFIU, that's Nigerian Financial Intelligence Unit, to unravel financial flows linked to individual accused of bankrolling this plot, the coup plot. And so the Punch is on the matter. They were investigating. They said some indications show that bank accounts of some of the suspects might have been frozen by the authorities as part of the probe, which one of their links says is part of procedure, a standard procedure in such a case. But multiple sources familiar with probe confirm that the EFCC and the NFIU are carrying out forensic investigation on bank accounts of the soldiers, the 16 soldiers and the civilians involved in the plot to overthrow the government. The investigation will cover transaction analysis, including reviewing deposits, withdrawals, and transfers to identify suspicious patterns, tracking of account activity over time, identify the origin of funds, and determining the true owners of accounts under probe. In the same story, underneath the story says that the army shakes up top ranks and redeploys 67 generals. So the newly appointed Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Waidi Shaibu, on Thursday effected a major reshuffle where the statement released by the acting director of Army Public Relations, Lieutenant Colonel Apollonia Anele, she says that the redeployment is intended to strengthen leadership and improve command efficiency. So there will be new shake-up, new appointments within
Fantastic.
The details of it are in the Punch for those that...
okay, so I have the Owando gist. They said Indigenous Energy Group, Owando PLC, has recorded a 164% increase in profit after tax at the end of the third quarter, which rose to 210 billion from 76 billion naira in the same period of 2023. This was released, the firm released this unaudited results for the 9 months ended September 30, 2025, which it filed with the Nigerian Exchange and Johannesburg Stock Exchange. They said that Owando's performance was driven by stronger production volumes and operational efficiency. But however, the group's revenue declined by 20% year on year to 2.5 trillion from 3.2 trillion in 2024.
I can read the details.
They also said that...
let them read it in the paper.
Yeah, okay.
Basically, you have a story. All right, so there was an accident that took place in Kara Bridge. And this is coming, there's been like 3 accidents or 4 accidents back to back within Kara and Otedola. A police officer died. in this accident. A police inspector and 4 others were killed in multiple collisions that occurred at Kara Bridge area of Lagos-Ibadan Expressway. Emergency responders got to the bridge. It was based on speeding and brake failure. The one that my husband witnessed, speeding, brake failure. And this was 24 hours before. Another truck also had a collision in Otedola based on speeding and brake failure. 40 trucks catching fire.
Otedola.
The challenge of old trucks on our roads is causing loss of lives, and we need to stop them.
Yes, but that
we need to stop them.
Otedola bridge too. Something
If the brake of your car, of your truck is good, you won't have accidents there. So it just means the cars are not strong. Moving on to Daily Sun, we need to stop it completely. If a car is old and rickety, it shouldn't be on our roads. Daily Sun major headline: Tinubu gives new military chiefs marching orders. We've taken that story already. Nigeria's Konga CEO, Group CEO, Prince Eke, wins Forbes Euro Knowledge Global Awards. In other news, federal government to close single window policy implementation at port, says Shetima. NLC furious over move to amend NSTIF ECA Act, vows to resist plans. Adeleke accuses federal government of withholding Osun local government's allocation for political reasons. Tinubu approves 4 trillion naira bond to clear power sector debts as defection. Presidency APC, Governor APC Working Committee to receive Diri on Monday. There's another story. Okay, so we've taken that already. The fuel hike.
Operators.
Which one?
Differ on state's capacity. Did you take that?
Okay.
No, it's not in the Sun here on the headline, but you can take it quickly.
Okay. I think it's there.
Do we have any?
So I have the story. Okay, so the federal government, of course, they were at the 20th anniversary of the Nigerian Electricity Regulation Commission, and they, sort of reiterated their support for state government to now regulate power.
Oh, so it was in Vanguard.
Yes. It's in Vanguard.
Yes, continue.
Okay, don't snap the wrong thing. Well, that's the basis of what they said. They reiterated that the Nigerian Electricity Act allows state government to regulate power, and so they're leveraging on that. And the Minister of Power was represented by the Director of Distribution, Umar, of the NERC, of the Ministry of Power, sorry. And he says that there's need for collaboration between the tiers of government and private sector to boost power supply. And so they act as a powerful tool, as ensured this by law. And so
there's another power story, the debt being cleared. Who has that story?
I have that story. So Tinubu, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, he has approved the payment of over 4 trillion naira debts owed the electricity market. And this is a long-standing liability that has crippled operations and discouraged new investments in Nigeria's power sector. Now, according to the Minister of Power, Adebayo Adelabu, he disclosed this on Thursday at the event marking the 20th anniversary of the Nigerian Electricity Regulatory Commission, NERC, in Abuja. He explained that the President's approval to cover this 4 trillion naira bond to clear the verified debts is a move that is aimed at restoring liquidity and stability to the sector. He also noted that this will also deepen reforms to strengthen the financial and operational capacity of discos in our country.
Fantastic. Our final paper for today, Vanguard. Major headline: give us results, not excuses, Tinubu tells service chiefs. We've taken that story already. And let me look for a story that we haven't taken.
The Konga guy.
What?
Konga.
The Konga person story, yes. And history as Konga, yes, the making of history, Konga Group CEO.
So I have the story. They said the Nigerian's biggest entrepreneur and group, that's the Group Chief Executive Officer of Konga, Africa's fastest growing e-commerce powerhouse, that's Prince Nnamdi Ekele, last weekend made history for himself and the nation as he was honored with 2 global awards of distinction by Forbes and Euro Knowledge. Fantastic. They said the Oxford-trained Prince Eke, who had the privilege of giving the fire starter speech inside the House of Lords, London, venue of the event, was bestowed with the distinguished Euro Knowledge Award for emerging leadership in digital transformation, e-commerce, digital infrastructure and financial technology, as well as Forbes Best of Africa E-commerce Leadership Award 2025 for his extraordinary contribution to Africa's digital economy. He is the first African of his age to receive such double honors in one night.
Fantastic.
Yeah,
congratulations to him.
Yeah, congratulations. This is a very fantastic one.
We'll be taking a break now. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.